Okay guys, I want to talk real quickly about the President-elect Trump's press conference that so many people are talking about. It's gone viral. And I watched the press conference, and then I watched that little 2 minutes of confrontation over and over and tried to see what everyone's talking about. Everyone's putting blame on the president-elect, saying that Trump was out of order, he caused a confrontation, he was very confrontational. Here's what I see, and I could be wrong, but in my opinion, here's what I see in that minute and a half, confrontation that happened. Now, the president-elect was answering questions, he was discussing certain topics and issues in the press conference. There are so many things that we could pick apart in this press conference and talk about. I really don't have time in this quick blog to go through that. What I want to go through real quick is the confrontation itself. That he began to discuss how he felt, the president-elect that is, how he felt that he was misrepresented in the news and how some of the facts, according to him, were distorted, falsely reported, particularly with, as the president-elect named, BuzzFeed and CNN. And as he was discussing this particular part of his press conference, how he felt he was misrepresented in the news, he pointed to a lady reporter. Now we hear the lady trying to ask a question, and Donald Trump says yes over to her. A CNN reporter begins to shout and interrupt the press conference. He's screaming, he's saying, well, since you're attacking us, we get to ask a question. Well, no, you get to ask a question when the president-elect points to you. And then he said that Donald Trump did say, we're going to her. She asked, I'm not giving you a question, I'm going to her. In my opinion, President-elect Donald Trump did not cause that confrontation. He was not confrontational. It was the news reporter, and as I understand it was a CNN reporter. It was the news reporter that was causing the confrontation by interrupting the press conference, by yelling out in the middle of it, screaming, since you're attacking us, we get to ask a question. That's not how it works. You're not in the middle of a free-for-all conversation. It's a press conference. When you're called upon, you can ask the question at that time. Just because somebody talks about CNN doesn't mean a CNN reporter per se, can just start screaming out in the middle of the press conference. Well, you're attacking me, I'm going to attack you. I'm going to just stop your press conference and ask a question. It doesn't work that way. It never has worked that way, as far as I know. Donald Trump was trying to point to another reporter, a lady, trying to get her to ask a question, which she did. They put the mic over and she got to ask the question. So what I guess I'm saying is that all of the blame that's being placed upon Donald Trump for this confrontation and for this, blurb, if you will, in the middle of his press conference is, I feel, a false representation of the facts. He didn't begin that confrontation. He didn't initiate it. It was initiated by the reporter who started screaming in the middle of the press conference and interrupted it by trying to scream out his question because he felt all of a sudden insulted. He felt attacked, and so he wanted to defend himself. He got on the defensive, and he got unprofessional, in my opinion. I want to hear from all of you, and I want to know what all of you think about this. Was it Donald Trump that was in the wrong, or was it the reporter? I say the reporter. He became unprofessional because he got upset because the president-elect called out BuzzFeed and CNN. He's allowed to do that. It's his press conference. He will come to you and let you ask the question when he's ready. He was pointing to a lady. He wanted her to ask her question first, and that was it. And this guy caused all kinds of controversy and all kinds of disruption by screaming out in the middle of the press conference, which I believe is out of protocol. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know. I know I'm talking fast. That's because my camera battery is dying and I want to use this camera because it's the best one. It's a Canon. Anyway, hey, let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from all of you. The real Jimmy Hens, bringing to you the best opinions, the best stories, and the best everything. Pretty much because I'm the best. The real Jimmy Hens on YouTube. I'll talk to you guys later. And let me know what you think. Comments below, video response. You know the deal.